Hello, greetings everybody. Hello. So, we shall begin with our today's webinar, today's presentation about the technology that we can say today is a revolutionary technology and is here to stay for centuries. And I have many great news for you today. And at first, I will show you. Well, at first, I will tell you about the one great event that happened, or we had a birthday, so to say, and then the birthday of our technology creator. So that was very awesome. What I will soon show you a picture. And after that, we will see some photos from United Arab Emirates, recent ones, and then we will continue with our presentation about the technology itself, and we will see 7 reasons why SkyWay is here to stay, and why, if anybody should choose between different technologies, then why this technology will be SkyWay. And in the end, I will tell you more about recent news, and that's about it. But let's see. At first, a little bit about myself. My name is Mihkel, and I have been SkyWay investor for about 3 years now, a little bit more than 3 years, and I'm very honored to be the investor and to have this chance to become one. And when 3 years ago, when I heard about this amazing technology, I immediately started researching it, read all the news that was possible to find, and then try to understand the possibility or the need of it. But of course, after my thorough research, I found out that wow, this is something amazing, and the world needs it, and it should have been here already yesterday. But of course, as we know, times change, and today we are going more toward electricity and alternative energy sources, and speed is very important, and so on. And well, more about this I will tell you in any minute in today's presentation. But now let's see who had birthday recently. And this man is Dr. Anatoly Yunitsky, and he turned 72 years old. So congratulations and happy birthday to him. And this was a great event. So Dr. Anatoly Yunitsky is the creator of SkyWay string technologies, and he's the brilliant mind behind all of this. And thanks to him, we are here today, where we are. So, as you might know, we have 2 different demonstration and certification centers. One in Belarus, the first one that the building of that demonstration park started back in 2015. So actually, in about 6 years, we have managed to grow massively. We have more than 6-7 different lines there. We have more than 10 different models. Many of them are already certified by Russian and Belarus standards. And as we know, in European Union, the certification process has also started. Well, it started in the end of last year, and then for tropical climates, the certification process is currently in process in United Arab Emirates. But about this, I will of course tell you. And because of Anatoly Yunitsky's birthday, there are special campaigns made. These are coupon campaigns, and these are extended as well. Of course, I recommend you to go to your back office and see all the information there. And in the end of the presentation, I will tell a little bit more, briefly, but more about this coupon campaign. All right, let's see some pictures now. First of all, well, they are all from United Arab Emirates, and they describe the latest achievements there. So this is the station and the line. As you can see on the right side, there is the first 400-meter line where the tests with passengers with humans should start any minute now. And of course, there will be 3 more lines which are 2.5 kilometers long and for multiple for models, different models. And for example, this cargo model as well, which should weigh tens of tons. So there will be very awesome. There's a demonstration park very soon. And actually it's called Sharjah Innovation Center, and it's located about 40 kilometers from Dubai. I have been there twice, as well as in Belarus certification park. I have been also twice myself. But first time in the United Arab Emirates, there were only flags. Basically the Innovation Center is located next to one of the main roads in Sharjah, and the pedestrian road. There were these posts, long posts. I think maybe 3-4 meter long posts, and on them the flags, SkyWay flags, were placed. So that was really awesome feeling to ride with the car and walk there and see the SkyWay flags, but nothing yet was visually. Well, the buildings were not placed there or constructed yet. But today we have, and then the second time when I went there, then the construction was already started, and even the construction of first line was started. So that was really awesome moment. But okay, let's see more pictures. This one here, again, the same, different angle. Now, well, this picture describes something awesome as well, because this is the Eco House, fully self-maintaining, self-capable to produce everything it needs, electricity, water, and so on. And that's also one product of SkyWay. But what's awesome fact about this is that in United Arab Emirates, there has never been anyone capable legally to construct these houses which are made from wood. So SkyWay is the first one that was able to create wooden house, which is called Eco House, as you can see on this picture as well. So this is really awesome. Let's see, reloads. Yeah, it's almost ready. Then we have this security house, which is ready as well. Beautiful small one. Well, and there you can see the road behind it. Yes. Then the construction of another station is under construction right now, and is in process. So basically, even though we have this Corona crisis and all these things, this pandemic we have today in the world, then constructions have continued perfectly. Nothing has stopped it. So that all shows how great this project is. And that's why I urge everybody to become a partners as well. And here you can see Tropical Unique Car and the 400-meter line. And this will be the demonstration or the certification process, and the tests with people should start any minute if they haven't started yet. But what is certain is that the demonstration and the process of starting to certificate these sea containers, it has started on the same line that Unicar is placed, but this is just the beginning. There will be much bigger sea container these models for much larger sea containers as well. All right. I hope you enjoyed these pictures. And now let's continue with our main presentation. And at first I will tell you a little bit about the history. And actually, already a few hundred years ago, many people saw that we need to move on the second level with our transportation systems, and what this specific picture is made not a few hundred years ago, but about 70 years ago by an artist who pictured the future, as you can see on this picture. But what we should bear in mind is that we have very well maintained first level infrastructures. We have all the cars, taxis, all these technologies, trams, trolley buses, trains. Then we have metros underground, at least in most biggest cities in the world. But the problems still occur, and they even grow larger each day due to the population growth. And of course, each family member has its own vehicle today, its own car. That's what causes these problems to rise, and new, well, new solutions are needed. But what we can do today, if we think logically, is well, the only way to go today, if we have already first level and underground, then the next logical step is to go on the second level, and that's what SkyWay is doing. Of course, in the world before as well, there are many technologies that well, basically are meant for a similar purpose, but comparing them with SkyWay, there we can find a lot of differences. On the right side, you can see monorail. The technology is quite expensive, also very massive by its constructions, as you can see. And I did research as well for my school thesis, and what I found out was that in Dubai, where they built about 10 years ago, they built a monorail track, and 1 kilometer cost back then more than 70 million US dollars. So if you compare it with Skyway, which 1 kilometer starts from about 3 million US dollars, then the price difference is huge and enormous. I have one picture about the monorail here, which I brought out. Well, monorail is used for a long time now, but not so widely due to its because it's not so fast, and it's as I said, quite expensive, and the construction itself also does not look that beautiful, and it won't suit everywhere, and so on. Well, you can see if we will start comparing with Skyway, and later I will show you pictures about Skyway, then you will understand what I mean. Then in Germany, there is this technology in use currently as well. Also bear in mind these constructions and supports. What you can see, the green ones after the bridge back there, they are after about each 20-25 meters. So again, it is not very comfortable to construct it or place it everywhere. Basically, it has some obstacles to do that, so we cannot put it everywhere because it will not look so neat or beautiful or clean, so to say, and it's quite large by its constructions. But at least we have tried. Then in China, we can see this technology. This one is basically a tram, but upside down, so it has all the ingredients of tram. So by technology, it does not. It's not a lot. It's a lot familiar with tram, similar to tram. Sorry. And then centuries ago, where we used similar technologies as you can see on the left side, but with stones and wood. But what's important to keep in mind here is that the models or the capsules which take cargo or people from point A to point B, they basically hold very strongly onto the line or the truss or the chain there, and then the chain or the line moves itself. So the models, they do not have special wheels or anything that will run them on these lines, but the lines itself move. So that's the main difference if we compare it with SkyWay. And then of course Metro, which I have brought out here just to show you another, but it's reloading. Yeah, here it is. And about Metro, when I did research, then on the Second Avenue, not so well, quite recently actually, they built in the United States on the Second Avenue. They built a metro station or the metro line, and 1 kilometer cost more than 1 billion with billion US dollars. So that's also very expensive to do. And most of the bigger cities already have this technology. But let me welcome you today to the 21st century, and the new age, so to say, the age of electricity and alternative energy sources, and green is another word of today's society. And SkyWay is basically like a Tesla in car companies. Among car companies, then SkyWay is something similar, but on the second level and meant to transport both people and cargo. And it runs 100% on electricity, so which can be produced from alternative energy sources, from wind, for example. I know that there are special wind turbines that can generate the smaller one, not the big ones, as you can see near the seas or near the boats. But I mean the smaller ones, which can be placed onto the SkyWay lines, the tracks, and then they can produce especially for the SkyWay the electricity. Of course, solar panels, widely used. These will also be implemented, so it could run 100% on alternative energy sources soon as well. But now let's see why SkyWay. There are 7 reasons what I have brought out today, and I will briefly tell you about all of them. First of all, SkyWay is innovative, and as you can see on this picture, this is animation, of course, but actually the same one we can see today in United Arab Emirates. Maybe not so gold yet, but basically the construction is absolutely the same. But what makes it innovative is that its construction. It has this pre-stressed strings inside the rails, and they are filled with special concrete as well, the filler. And what else is awesome is that we can basically implement this internet cables and all this kind of communication and wires and cables through this the same infrastructure. And for example, when we go to Africa, where many of villages do not have electricity, then when we start constructing these tracks through their villages or near the villages, then we can bring electricity to them as well. That's really awesome. And the internet, of course, and so on. So it's like all in one solution. Let's see. Then we have this one here, EcoFest 2019. I was also present there, and it's really awesome day. And about 5,000 people went there. And if another chance will come to us, to investors, to go there, then I say that you all should be there, because this will opens your eyes and will show you what really SkyWay is. And even if you can, like I did, got the chance to try with the Unicar, which was up there on the line, but you can see there, so 50 meters above the ground, and it was really awesome. And here is another picture made from EcoFest, yeah. And as you can see, another positive aspect, or the plus side of SkyWay, is that we can place basically SkyWay can ride both ways, because I will show you another picture, then it's easier to describe and to understand. So here you can see, so we can basically take the high speed model, which goes up to 600 kilometers per hour. We can take it on the upper side, and the slower ones up to 150 kilometers per hour, the unibuses, we can place beneath them. So and well, if you compare it with cargo transportation or the sea containers, then it can also be like this, that one sea container goes from point A to point B, and the other one goes from point B to point A. So we can do two sides at the same time. But with trams or the trains, it's impossible to do that, because they're placed on the first level. So that's another great benefit of SkyWay technology. Then we have this fossil fuel engines, which are placed in most of the cars and trams and so on today. The vehicles today, of course, they are being replaced with, or they are being switched to electricity ones. All the models are just, and it's because of this European Union, and not only European Union, but the governments around the world, they're stepping toward this electricity. And actually this is CO2 neutral world. That's what it's important to understand as well, and that's why governments are supporting financially also today these projects, which are making change more towards CO2 neutrality. So that's also one benefit of SkyWay technology. And then this wind resistance aspect. SkyWay is about 10 times, has 10 times less wind resistance, and that's mainly due to two factors. One is the shape of these models are made specially to cut the wind very well, perfectly. And the other one is the screen effect, which comes, for example, with cars. If car drives on the first floor on the asphalt or on the road, then when the wind goes beneath the car, then it has this impact with the road. That causes wind resistance as well. But SkyWay is on the second level, and there is no screen effect. And of course, first level different problems, which to maintain this and to this is all takes financial. This all needs finances and time and energy of people to do that. So, and on the left side, as you can see on the trains, on the train, as you can see, then what does the picture describe? There is basically when there is a hard or heavy snowfall, then the snow can raise the train from the tracks, so it can go off the tracks. And that's why we need special heavy trains, which will clear the path from snow, similar to ships. The heavy ships which clear the path from ice. So the commercial ones, which transport cargo or people, can go over there. But maintaining these roads is very costly. And then with SkyWay, we do not have these kind of problems. Basically, we do not need so many roads anymore, and we can let the grass grow there or just Beetland. All right, I will switch to another slides. Oh, and here, as you can see, one thing is maintaining, but the other one is constructing the roads. And on the left side, that one describes basically if we construct, let it be train railroads or just the normal high-speed roads, then usually in 5 kilometer radius there are big holes digged underneath the grounds to get the soil from there and to place it under the tracks. So usually the tracks are digged 7 meters below and filled with well, different fillers, different materials, so that the roads can be very strongly and tightly there. Yes, and then on the right side, in Nordic countries mostly, and of course in many other countries where there are a lot of mountains and the roads are needed to build through the mountains, then the explosives are needed, and that's also quite expensive and costly to do. But if you compare it with SkyWay, which we can take over the forest, take over the mountains, or basically there find whatever way we can. So, and we need only these supports and the line, and then we have this track. So it's awesome, and that's why it's much less costly as well to construct it. Some more pictures. Right, and the third point is safety. Many people ask me about safety. Is it safe? Yes, it is. Even if you turn it upside down, it will stay there. And it's mainly because of this motor wheel and anti-derailment system, which holds it very well. And I even know that Siemens guys wanted to buy Anatolian Niski patent of this motor wheel patent. And of course, Anatoly did not sell this one. But what about more about this safeties? There are special radars, cameras, all this which monitor and well, basically see. These are like the eyes which see everything that's on its way or behind it or even inside the cabin. And there have been many tests done where people will run. Well, actually, it was Anatolian Niski who well, I saw a video where he ran in front of the unibus, then it immediately stopped. Then Anatolian Niski started running toward the unibus, and then it's unibus also started moving. So it has this special monitors to see all the possible accidents or whatever obstacles there can be. Now let's see what we have more. Yes, and what if anything happens with the unibus up high, then well, usually there are two reasons what can happen. One is that the electricity will go off from the rails, so there is no electricity. Then we have batteries which will take the unibus about 1-2 hours along the road. But if that's not enough, then we have this system like helicopters have, the safety system which can take people to the ground securely safely. And the other thing is when something happens with the model itself. So the track is perfectly well fine, but the model is somehow broken or something happens. Then we have another similar models, and if you can see in front and in the back, there are special elements which will attach perfectly with another model, and it can even pull or push it to the station or to the maintenance. So everything has thought early, so it is safe. comparing to this one. Yes, I also always like to show this picture to tell when I tell people about safety, because as you might understand, then SkyWay is much safer than this way to travel. Then the fourth point is that we have our own models and products, and many of them are certified already, as I told you. You can see a variety of them, and I have brought out one picture from Sacha as well again, and you can see the golden, well, it's not that golden here on this picture, but it's the same support as I showed you under the innovation sector before. But what is more, I have brought out some pictures here. I'm also presented on these pictures on the right side under the high-speed track, and on the right side upper side you can see the unicar and these elements as well. It's the element in front of the nose, it's very well seen, and they demonstrated as well if something should happen, then what can we do. Then this is the Unicont sea containers, and before I showed you one, that one was the smaller sea container, but this is the bigger one, and this also will come to Sacha, this track. And as you can see on this picture, what I also meant before, that on the one track you can go one way, and on the other track you can go the other way. So we have two ways at the same time, which is 2 times more efficient than today the trains or whatever the transportation systems that take sea containers from one point to another. But fifth point is that we have demand for SkyWay today everywhere. And we started from Belarus, we have made our way to United Arab Emirates, and soon I believe that we are everywhere in the world, and then we can even try with the SkyWay ourselves. If we go travel somewhere where SkyWay is already placed, think about how awesome it is to ride it, and well, then say to someone that, you know, I'm an investor of this project as well. Yes. And sixth point is strong. We have a strong and professional team, more than 1,000 workers today. And as I said before, that despite the coronavirus, we have continued our work, and that is really awesome. 7th point is that the project is financially beneficial, and there are 2 parties to who, well, 2 bigger groups to who I see this is financially beneficial. One is the customer, let it be governments or private businesses, or some ports or seaports. So SkyWay is much cheaper than the other transportation system, but it has so many benefits which other transportation systems I do not know that they have. And of course, a lot of governments already know about this and want to know more about this, and that's why well, I think about 30 delegations have been, at least 30 delegations from all around the world has been in Belarus, in the certification center there. But in Saudi Arabia, in United Arab Emirates, there are also many delegations coming in from the tropical climates mostly. And the address projects has been announced in United Arab Emirates. One is more than 100 kilometers long, and the other one is a little bit more than 10 kilometers long. Both has the same keyword, which is city Korfakan, and the longer one should be for sea containers for cargo, and the shorter one should be for people. But let's see how it turns out and how it goes. Then we have many perspectives on the European market, the MENA region. MENA region is the tropical region and African countries, and well, the perspectives are made basically all on the same reasons that the same reasons which I'd already told you in today's presentation, and you can read about this news more in your back office as well. But let's move on. There are not so many slides anymore, but bear with me. The ending will be awesome. So we were on French television as well, where the sea container transporter track was presented, and well, I believe it will be soon in every television, even when we, especially when we have this 2.5 kilometer long track testing these sea containers. And the new coupon system. So the another group I said on the financial beneficial section that we have two main groups. One is this, the customer, well, yeah, the customer empowerment or private companies, but the other big group is investors, or our investors. So we have more than 500,000 investors today in our project, and then this number is growing very fast. And what is great is that we can, well, basically give our, so to say, loan the SkyWay our money and receive the shares of this technology, the shares of this main company, which means that wherever in the world SkyWay projects are being built and they will be successful, so to say, they will bring in money, profits, then 20% of these profits will be divided between investors. And think about if 1 kilometer is about 3 million, starting from 3 million, and if we talk about the hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands of kilometers of lines, that's only first step, the construction of it. The other one is maintaining it and the ticket systems and so on. And so it will be a huge project, guys and ladies and gentlemen. It will be huge. So I urge you to read more about this coupon system. And the great news is that because of the Anatoly Niski birthday, the coupon, well, the benefits of this coupon system will be prolonged for more than 5 days. So it will be up to 23rd of April, yes. Until then, we have time to make up our mind and to make the investments. So go to your back office, see yourself all this what are necessary to do in order to receive these benefits from these coupons. All right, and in the end, I will always like to show you a picture of the Dalai Lama giving his blessing to Uniski and to SkyWay, and he said that it will not be easy road for you, Antonio Niski, but in the end you will succeed. So let's see and let's hope. And if Dalai Lama says this verse, then I'm giving my support 100% to Anatoly Niski. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, listening to me. The next webinar will be in 5th of May, and the same time, 10 p.m. Moscow time, and about technology and latest news, and then let's see what has happened until then. So I wish you all great success, a lot of health, and be strong and positive. All right, see you.